Today, join us as we venture into the heart of the Alberta backcountry and explore some new roads in our Forester. Our destination? Well, the complete gravel section of Highway 40, stretching from Coleman to Kananaskis. A route in which we partially explored in the past, but are now determined to conquer it in its entirety before its winter closure. Prepare for over 100 kilometers of gravel treating us to some breathtaking views in diverse terrain. From open roads to challenging conditions, this journey promises it all. So, let's get started. What is up, and welcome back to the channel, where we are back in the beautiful backcountry and we're going to be doing some adventuring today. I mentioned a little while ago in the summer that we were going to go up Highway 40. It's one of our kind of gravel roads, also known as Powder Face Trail. Well, look where we are. We are officially on that trail. So I was down south for a couple of days, so I thought I might as well take this awesome opportunity and go for a little, winter drive, fall drive. I don't know what the conditions are like, but it is mid-November, so maybe it will be snow. And take the opportunity to kind of hit up the trail and show you guys what this trail looks like. This is a pretty popular trail. It's pretty chill. You can do it with pretty much bone stock everything if you want, but as you guys know, we're doing it with the Forester just to make it a little more fun. So that's the plan today. It's going to be a relatively short video because, as I said, nothing too hardcore. It's more of just a fun little adventure here in Alberta. So let's go ahead and hit the trail. On entering the road, we immediately sensed that this adventure would unfold differently from our usual trips in the Forester. The road, much wider and still covered in slush and snow, remained well maintained, significantly different from the dirt roads we usually take on. And adding to this, it was free from cars, or at least in the half hour of airing down and hitting the trail. A much different experience from the paved roads that we traveled on so frequently this summer. As we ventured north, winding through the expansive forest, negotiating the mud, ice, and everything in betweens, the surroundings evolved dramatically. And when the trees finally gave way, we were met with some absolutely breathtaking scenery. However, we couldn't stop to fully appreciate it as the impending winter and ever-shortening days pressed us forwards. So, covering kilometer after kilometer, we briskly moved through the trail and maintained a tidy pace. And so far, so good. It looks like the conditions are a complete mix. So we have some dry sections as we just went through. We have some kind of sloppy sections that have a little bit of water, nothing too bad. And then we have sections that you saw a little bit a while ago where we had snow, we had ice actually building up on the road, so the car was kind of wanting to walk all over, and it was one of those times when you're driving all-wheel drive and you're thankful you have all-wheel drive because you can feel it kind of keeping straight even though it's having to switch power to the wheels and stuff. It's doing great. As you guys know, this car always does awesome on these kind of trails or roads. This is just a road, but it's a fun little road. Essentially what we're doing is, if I wanted to go north back up to Calgary, I would have to get on Highway 22 or Highway 2? One of those two. Don't know why I can't remember, but you can head up north that way, but you can turn left and kind of go in through the mountains, and that's kind of what we're doing. This road goes all the way, we started in Coleman. This road goes all the way from Coleman up into the Kananaskis country, up to Kananaskis and Canmore. We're not going to be going that far because, well, once you get into the Kananaskis country, you get like Spray Lakes and all those very touristy or much more busy spots. Right now, I've seen 2 cars in the last hour, so it is a very quiet road. It is a Sunday, but you'd think there'd be more people out here. Right now, we're kind of just on the I would say maybe the most boring section. It's just a lot of straightaway and not very many curves. As you guys saw a little while ago, we kind of went through one of the funnest sections where it's lots of curves. We did this trail a little while ago. I'm going to keep on calling it a trail. It's a road, but I'm going to keep on calling it a trail. We did this a little while ago when we first had the Forester and the tent on, and we went off-roading with Austin and Adrian, and we went winter camping.
that video is still doing really well, so if you want to check that out. But we hit this road just kind of on the way back, but we turned off, actually just right up here. We're going to be reaching a little bit of a Y, and they went ahead and turned right here so we can get off the road. But you are able to go ahead and keep on going straight like what we're going to be doing up until Kananaskis, then we'll be turning off. So that's kind of the plan, and we're going to just keep on driving along.
Not long after, we cruised past the point where we turned off during our previous adventure, and steered into uncharted territory that would soon be off limits in the coming weeks. As we quickened our pace, the trail unfolded into the valley, straightening and smoothening out. And the towering forests gave way to vast stretches of grassland, and the trail dried up from underneath of us. From here on, it became a dance between the expansive grasslands and the winding, muddy trail through the trees. But despite the changing landscape, we cruised through it, savoring this amazing drive nestled between the foothills and the towering Rocky Mountains.
And well, you can see the road variations change minute by minute. Some minutes we're in like completely dry conditions and we can do like 80, 100 depending on what's the speed limit, and then other points we're left in like this area where it's a little more treed, a little more shaded, and we're on actually ice right now. So if I hit my brakes, I would just be sliding. There's a couple grooves cut into it from traffic, but other than that, it is pure ice. So it is definitely a fun little trail. As I said, this is open for like another 15, 20 days, so it's not open for much longer. But when they do close it, it's closed for snowmobile traffic. And this is somewhere I've actually snowmobiled before. If you guys have been around here for a while, you might even know of my snowmobile vlogs that I used to do, where we would do snowmobiling, kind of like this area. Actually, I'm looking at this area right now, and I'm pretty sure I drove down here. I filmed one of the last snowmobile vlogs, because I recognize that trail just over there. But we went ahead and snowmobiled in this area. So in another 15 days, this area will be closed for on-highway vehicle traffic, and it will be a snowmobile-only zone. Hopefully, we get some more snow this year, and we can do some more, obviously, while snowmobiling. You'll have to catch that stuff on my Instagram, but we'll also hopefully be able to do some winter camping in some of the other spots, because as I said, this is all closed. But here we go again. We're in another wide open area here where we're able to pick up the speed and make really good time. So far, this trail has been pretty cool. As I said, it's huge variation in conditions, but the area where we were at the start, I think, is my favorite, with the snow and the big winding turns. It's just also doable in the winter, so it's a lot of fun. Where here, it's just like big open dirt roads, which you can kind of get up to speed. But I guess it is better than driving on Highway 22, because that road is kind of chaos. So being able to just kind of cruise along the backcountry and enjoy the views is something I can't really complain about. So we have one little section, and actually we're gonna just be passing the last little Y, where it Y's off one last time before you get into the last little section that we want to hit before Kananaskis, and then that's where we'll be ending the video. But we have a little bit more left, and we're just gonna go ahead and continue cruising along. This trail was actually used for rally last week, so it's kind of cool to see, like, they would have had much different conditions because they thawed this last week, but it's cool to see because I've never driven this whole road before, and I thought I'd take you guys along.
As we passed the last junction, our journey led us upwards, weaving through the Rockies that had been alongside us throughout the day. As we ascended, the altitude brought a not so subtle transformation, cloaking the landscape in snow. In no time, the light dusting alongside the road evolved into a winter wonderland, blanketing not only the scenery but also the very road we were traversing. A stark contrast to the dry pathways we encountered a mere 30 minutes ago. Yet, It wasn't just the roads that were transformed. As we drove deeper into the forest, we became surrounded by towering mountains. We continued to press onward, ascending farther into the mountain pass where the road succumbed to the clutches of winter, covered in a layer of pure ice. This is where the skills acquired from navigating the icy lake last year proved invaluable, allowing us to drive the Forester and still maintain control, even on the slick ice. Which we put to work as we descended down the other side of the pass, maneuvering around challenging hairpins with minimal room for error, before descending farther down the other side and returning back to the familiar gravel terrain. And finally, under the setting sun, we embarked on the final stretch of the 40. And after a brief but stunning drive, we caught a glimpse of the road that would guide us back to Calgary.
And we made it. Right up there is the asphalt road that is going to take us back into Calgary. There's the other way, which is also closed at winter. It's called Highwood Pass. It is asphalt. It's not much of an adventure, not as much of an adventure as we had today. But what we did today is we successfully went from Coleman, Alberta, all the way to the main highway here, Kananaskis Trail. As I said, where it tees off at Highwood Pass, and then I can't remember the other road that goes that way. But we successfully done all of 40 down south, and then 40 actually continues all the way up and then into Ghost and stuff. So we've done a lot of 40 now here in Alberta with our Subaru Forester. As you guys noticed, it's not right here, it's not really icy, but a lot of those trails as we got into higher elevation or where it was covered, we did hit some ice. So winter is coming, winter adventures are coming soon, so don't forget to be subscribed so you don't miss any of that. And as always, thank you guys for all the support lately. As we mentioned in last video, we do have new memberships that you guys can go check out, and you'll actually start to see some of those perks start to roll up pretty soon. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little adventure through Highway 40 in Alberta. That is going to be it for today, so as always, peace out and stay humble.